What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Curious Talk Podcast. I'm Caleb Nagusi. I know I say this every show, but today we truly got a special guest here today. We got Marcus Scribner from Blackish. He plays Andre Johnson Jr. What's up, man?
What's going on, Caleb? How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. We got some good weather out here, so I cannot complain right now.
Oh, man, it's not anything like this in Houston, bro. Like, nah. You ever been to Houston, man?
Yeah, I have a bunch of family actually out in Houston, over in like Acres Home area. So
Acres Home. I know where that is, man. It's actually
yeah,
not far from the school.
yeah. So they'll probably be excited to hear this if they listen in. But yeah, I visit out. They actually own like a little liquor store out there. So
Whoa.
I
Oh,
visit
I
out there.
shop there a lot.
Yeah. I knew Caleb was in it.
You ever been to Whataburger while you've been here?
Yeah, I've been to Whataburger.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff, right?
I'm not a Whataburger fan. I won't lie to you. I'm from the West Coast, so I'm an
All
In and
right,
Out.
so we're gonna end this interview a little bit early today. So
I'm an In and Out fanatic. So y'all, Whataburger is like what you guys have, and then we have In and Out. So it's a little bit of competition. So I can never admit defeat to the opponent. But I had Whataburger. I don't have any like specific complaints about it. I just know that In and Out is better. That's the only thing I have to say.
oh my goodness, people say they don't like Whataburger are usually a McDonald's fan. You're probably a McDonald's fan, man.
No, heck no. I mean, I'll go to McDonald's. I'll hit a McDonald's every now and then. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like I'm not a fan. I wouldn't say that.
Ah, what's up? So my man, so you've been on Blackish since you were a young teenager, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So how's the ride been? Almost 7 years now.
Yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a lot of fun. It's a place that I never thought I would go. I started acting around when I was 7 years old, and then working my way up to booking Blackish when I was 13 was a honestly a long road that people probably don't get to see. The like beforehand stuff that I all the auditions that I went to, and the smaller roles that I booked and acted in, and after being on Blackish for 7 years, it's kind of crazy to see where my career is at, and see the landscape of Hollywood and all the opportunities that are presented to me. It's wild to look back at and see all of that recorded history that we now have. So
Is you guys feel like you're an actual family on there, or you can't stand? You're like, oh my goodness, I thank God I'm away from them when you go home.
I hate that. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it feels like an actual family for real. We do because obviously being together for that long of a time, of course you're gonna grow close as friends and as family members. So yeah, we have a certain familial vibe going on. Jennifer Lewis is definitely my grandma from another family or another timeline.
She's the best.
She's the best. I
She's
love her.
awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How long are y'all like recording? Like, how long are y'all on set for?
Um, it depends. Anywhere from like sometimes I'll have one scene in a day, and then I'll be done in like 5-6 hours or something, which is just super nice. But most days are around like 10 to 12 hours normally.
10 to
Um,
12 hours.
yeah, at least on Blackish. When I go over to Grownish, I'd be having like 15, 16 hour days. So yeah.
So it's crazy. You call your TV parents mom and dad more than you actually call your actual parents mom and dad.
I wouldn't say all that. I'm still home more than half of the day, but yeah, it's a long road for real.
That's awesome. Hey, at least it's something you enjoy doing, man. If you didn't
Yeah,
enjoy it,
exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. I'm not out here. Yeah, exactly.
It's not like imagine being at school 15 hours a day.
Exactly. I can't complain. It's not like, yeah, exactly. It's not like I'm, doing something that I don't enjoy, or I have a job that I hate. I get to go in there and act and create stories for people every single day. Like it's a blessing in itself. So
That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. So Blackish is not like just like any other sitcom. You guys focus a lot on the Black experience, right?
yeah.
And tell me, how does that feel knowing that you're portraying real life actual things?
Um, it means a lot to us as actors and as activists and just as people in the world. I feel like Blackish gets to tell narratives that a lot of other shows are too afraid to show or to dive into, and we really handle it from a real people level. We have all the different perspectives from all the different characters, generationally, from different genders and all those sorts of things. Um, and so it really makes it feel like a real, like true real life conversation whenever we're talking about something on the show. and it means the world to me when somebody comes up to me and tells them how it's personally impacted them. And that's how you know you're doing a decent enough job, if you can personally impact people. And the show itself is always ahead of the curve when it comes to stories and what's going on in the world, socially, politically, economically. Our
Mhm.
writers, for some reason, they can like see the future or something.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's crazy but how does it feel that you're over here basically being an activist on TV, but when you go home and look on the news, black people are being shot almost, you can say, by the week now by
Yeah,
the injustice of the cops. Does it piss you off? How does it feel?
it feels horrible. Obviously, it pisses me off because those people, those are my people. Those are people who look like me, same skin color, same age, same gender. You know what I mean? Like those are young black men who are getting shot and murdered, and women in the streets for doing nothing. Um, and it's easy to kind of just like go about your life and just keep on living it. But no, we need to stop and pay attention and realize that this has been going on for far too long. This has been going on for years, even before the cameras started rolling. Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it's like now people are finally taking notice after these recent incidents. But this is being a black person in America. You know that the black experience has been like this for years. Um, so it's
Mhm.
nice to be on the screen and kind of portraying a character who has something to say and has a voice and has a message, and isn't just all about the comedy. And then going home, it's like that's a piece of work that I can be proud of, to know that it's kind of helping to shift the narrative and make people understand the black experience in America.
The black experience, exactly. Because if unless you're black, you really won't
You
know
don't
how it's
understand.
like being a black
Yeah,
experience. You even
yeah,
no matter how much sympathy you have, no matter
yeah,
how much you say Black Lives Matter, and then when people try to cover it up with All Lives Matter, and the only things we see are the ones on the news, like these big cases. But this happened, these small cities, like suburbs in Detroit. This is like their daily life. It's not
yeah.
like the George Floyd thing. This is their daily life.
Exactly,
George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. This is what we saw on TV, but it happens more than just the ones we see on TV.
exactly.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's abuse of power and
Mm-hmm.
systemic racism.
Exactly.
Keywords, systemic.
Mm-hmm. In 2016, when the 2016 election, you guys were still filming at that time. So was that a shocker that somebody bluntly racist won that election, and that basically this shows, hey, the true colors of some people, that they're willing to vote for someone like that to be in office?
Yeah, it was shocking. I mean, I think we all were convinced that Hillary was going to win. I
Mm-hmm.
had no doubt in my mind. I wasn't even fearful at all, because I was like, oh, there's no way that they let this reality star, freaking Cheeto dust looking like dude up in this office with this freaking chia pet on his head. And then they did. So it's like you said, it really showed a lot of people's true colors. And I think a lot of people's true colors were definitely shown the second time around voting for him.
Oh
Um,
yeah, absolutely.
if you voted this time for him, like
You got something wrong with you.
you're irredeemable. That's just blatantly, like, he's been blatantly racist in the past. His policies really have not helped anyone economically, and they're gonna act like they'd have. The
He
only
took credit
people
for
that
what Obama did as well by raising the economy.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
right in the curtails of something that's like shifting anyway. Like it just annoys me how he just kind of, he's all about the media attention and what people think of him, not really actually trying to bring us all together and create a better America and a better world.
Exactly. He's just trying to create a better world for the racists. That's really
Exactly, exactly, for the
it.
white man. Yeah.
Exactly. For the white man.
Yeah.
And also, you got to meet in the whole Blackish cast the Democratic Lord and Savior, Barack Obama.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was a crazy experience. We were at the White House Easter egg roll, and I don't know. We knew we were gonna meet them, but it was still like you meet these just godlike figures, and you're like, oh my god! Like, I was shaking. Michelle gave me the best hug. I was like, dang, Michelle gives some fire hugs. And then Barack shook my hand and was like, "You're a funny guy," and I was like, like that is
He
burned in my
watches you.
memory. What happened?
He watches you on TV.
I know, that's crazy. Like, that they watched Blackish. Like, that was mind boggling to me. Um, and just even being in the White House, and I went to the bathroom and I felt on the little paper towels they have in there. It's
Wow.
like straight up real towels. Like they're sparing no, they're wild. And I was like, this is where the tax dollars are going. But it was a crazy experience, and definitely one that I'll never forget. We got a giant picture of me and my family with the Obamas.
I saw that, and you were too scared to put your arm around Michelle Obama because
you saw that. I was like, okay, you would be too if Secret Service had like M16s posted up in every corner of the room. I was like,
man, they didn't even need that. Their face is intimidating enough.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, bro, I don't know. And plus, I was like 15 or 14 or something. So, that socially awkward phase. I was like, yeah. Nowadays, I'll be like, come here, Michelle.
It's funny when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won the election. Miles Brown posted a picture of it. And I commented, I was one of the first ones to comment under that post. Now this country will be Blackish because Kamala Harris was there. It got some people understood it. Some sarcastic Trump supporter decided he wanted to put a smart comment under it. It's cool. He can be mad about it.
That's creative. I love that.
Exactly. But were you relieved that the 2020 election that a Black woman was in office and they promised to take a stand against racism?
Yeah, I'm definitely relieved. But one of the biggest, obviously the best thing that we've done is we've got Trump out of office, which was like kind of a stain in us moving backwards. But one of the biggest things is these are still politicians. I love Biden and Kamala Harris and excited to see what they do with the country, but we have to hold them accountable and make sure that the changes that we want to see actually go through. And that means continuing to vote in your local primaries, whatever it ends up being. Like you have to keep on, like, we have to make sure that the changes that we want to see are actually seen through. So that's kind of my outlook on it, but it is definitely very exciting, and it's nice to have some people with common sense in office. So.
Exactly. Decent human beings.
Exactly.
And then what's funny was that people are now trying to find every way to find out Biden is a racist. But, as soon as he came in office, like a weeks later, he had put in some executive orders that did help the Black community. Like I don't know if you read about it, but he ended the Department of Justice's new contract renewals with private prisons. Now they're gonna have to rethink before they just want to throw Black people in jail or extend their time for more than what they need to be there for.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So we're gonna play a game. It's called 10Q, something I made up. All right.
Okay.
You got to answer fast. One word or one name answers. If it's a name or if it's a word. All right. So, all right. Favorite actor.
Michael B. Jordan.
Celebrity crush.
Dang, Jessica Alba.
Who?
Jessica Alba.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I used to have a crush on Jessica Alba. Oh God, I'm not going front.
Oh my goodness. Favorite movie you've done so far?
Farewell Amor.
Favorite co-star?
Jennifer Lewis.
Shake Shack or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out.
Favorite interview done so far? Answer wisely.
This one right here with Caleb, my guy.
Yes, sir. Good choice. Apple or Samsung?
Apple.
Favorite artist?
Amine.
Is Anthony Anderson funnier in TV or real life?
Real life.
Zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Good job, man.
Dang, look at that.
So did you like match the Capricorn signs, or like do you think you're like completely off?
I have no idea, honestly. I don't know too much about astrology at all.
Me neither. At all. I don't follow.
I've been told that it means you're like, the Capricorns are like super like business focused, like very like the CEOs and executive types who like will stop at nothing to like be successful. And I feel like I'm not really like that. I mean, I work really hard, but I don't feel like I'm like cutthroat like that. So
you're not like firm with people kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it depends if I have to be.
So you said you were 7 years old when you started acting, right?
Yeah.
So how was that, like your first gig? Well, where was it, by the way, your first gig?
First gig. Dang, I don't know. I did a bunch of print work when I first started. And when I say like first started acting, I was like really just like honing the craft and going to acting classes, not even like auditioning or anything like that. Just straight up like just doing it for the love of it and working on scripts and things like that. My first gig was probably Castle, I would say, or New Girl, which were these shows that were on for a little bit. I don't know if you remember them, but
Kelly Clarkson's a fan of that. I
really,
remember saying
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I did a guest star role on both of those. So yeah, those were probably some of my first gigs. I also actually, there was a print job that I did where you remember the Xbox Connect?
Yeah.
I did the game that came with the Connect where you're like, I don't know, it was like a motion capture game where you like jumped over logs and whatever. I was on the cover of that. And there's like a small Marcus like jumping up in the air and then on the cover of that.
Man, I was a PlayStation person back when I
Me
enjoyed
too,
video
me
games.
too, me too, for real.
What games do you play?
Games I play, I'm pretty nerdy. I play like Elder Scrolls Online. I play League of Legends. Like I play on my PC mostly now.
PC?
But I've been wanting to get a PS5 to get that the new Miles Morales Spider-Man game. That looks fun.
Oh, that's
But
good.
yeah.
What was your first no, and how was that frustrating, or was that like whatever?
Dang, I don't even remember my first no. I've just had so many no's in my entire acting career.
That's important to know because people when they see someone successful, they think, hey, they had some overnight success.
Yeah, no, it's just you get like probably 99% of your answers are going to be no, and like that 1% is going to be yes. Unless you're like Denzel Washington or something at this point,
Yep,
who's
I
like
know.
gets roles offered to him. But like, it's like it's a lot of there are a lot of no's, and you just have to come to terms with that. And I've always had like a kind of easygoing personality where I don't really let things hit too hard. And for me, it was never really about booking anything. I just enjoyed doing it. So that made it a lot easier. Like as long as I got to like play the character and have a good time doing it and learning about the character, then that I was happy because it was really a hobby at first, and now
Exactly.
here we are. It's a job. So yeah, I don't stress too much over no's. I couldn't even tell you my first no.
That's great. When you're passionate about something, you're willing to do anything to get it, and
Yeah,
it doesn't even feel like work. It's not like
exactly,
school.
exactly.
Exactly, man, exactly. So, what is something valuable you learned throughout your career so far?
to believe in yourself and also to diversify and make sure that you have your hands in every single pot. So like right now I'm trying to learn how to produce and write, and I've been working on adapting a novel. So making sure that you're like having you're in every single part of the business to make sure that you just like there's no way that they can weed you out. And then another thing that I learned is to believe in yourself. Like if you have faith in yourself and know that you can achieve things and work hard and you're enjoying what you're doing, then you can accomplish anything. Just like stick to it. That's the hard part. I feel like it's the same thing like with working out. It's like you're not going to make any gains and you're not going to lose weight or whatever you want to do unless you consistently work out. Like it doesn't like if you're too tired, it doesn't matter. Like get up and do it. And that's one of the most important things. It's like having a work ethic and making sure that you just like keep hitting that wall until you break through.
You're gonna have your highs, you're gonna have your lows, but the most important thing that the car's still moving.
Exactly.
Exactly, man. So, who's been your biggest motivation, and what have they taught you?
Probably biggest motivation, definitely my parents have taught me like we were talking about belief in myself, having confidence, how to stay organized, just like how to be a hardworking individual. That's probably my biggest inspiration.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's great, man.
Yeah.
So, you were so young when you started Blackish. That was your first major role. You were
Hmm.
like about 14, 13 years old.
Yeah.
So, has the whole Hollywood scenery, working long hours and working with all these cast member ever been overwhelming since you were so young? Eh,
Um, I feel like I mean when you're younger, you obviously have more energy. So not really. I think one of the struggles was kind of just like there are like long hours and like there's some things that you have to sacrifice, but I mean I enjoy doing it, so it's like not even doesn't even feel like a sacrifice sometimes. But I think a lot more work goes into it than people realize, aside from just the small portion in which you actually get to act. um so
You have to go
yeah.
to all these award shows and
Yeah, which sound fun, and then you get there and you're like standing up for like 6 hours doing nothing. It's like this is not a great time at all. But yeah.
oh my goodness. Wait, so when is y'all season like? Does it run from January to August, or how does it work?
Shoot, beats me. I have no idea. It changes every single year, so I have no clue to be
Oh
real.
wow. So were you like homeschooled for like towards the end of Blackish, or I mean not end of Blackish, we're still running, but like when did you start getting homeschooled immediately when it started, or how did it work?
Yeah, almost immediately when it started, I started getting homeschooled. I was just going into high school when the show started. So immediately, yeah, just jumped right into homeschool. I'd always just gone to normal public schools before that, and then had to do homeschool because I was working like
All the
10
time.
hour days every single day. So yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Are you in college right now?
No, unfortunately, I decided not to go. So
That's what's up, man. Hey, you do you, you do you. It's Farewell Amor. Tell us
yes.
about that, man. I love it, love it, love it. I didn't get the chance to see the whole movie yet, but I
Okay.
did get to see different clips and stuff. And I'm very passionate about immigrants and all that. So tell us about that.
Yeah, Farewell Amor is about the story of an Angolan family who is kind of separated because of the Angolan War, and they can't see each other for 18 years. And so the father is in the United States, and the daughter and the mother are still back in Angola. And they get the opportunity to come back come to the United States 18 years later, and it's a story of them learning how to reconnect and find love with each other again. And so my character DJ is kind of the daughter's first introduction into the United States, um, and kind of a love interest in a way. And I show her dance and the underground dance culture in New York. And it was just a really fun project to be a part of, and with so much negative connotation that comes with immigration nowadays,
Yep.
because of the Republicans and the
Mhm.
Trump presidency. It was nice to kind of reflect a positive immigration story, and to play an American character who was welcoming, and kind of showed Sylvia, who's the daughter, the ropes of what it's like to go to school out here.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. Where can we watch that movie on?
It's on. You can rent it on Amazon Prime, and I think it's on Netflix and I think you can go to farewellamormovie.com, and there they have all the places that it's streaming, because I'm not, there's like a ton of different spots that you can get it from.
That's great. We'll definitely put a link down below for that.
Okay.
So, and do you enjoy everything what you're doing right now? With all your acting gigs and right now going on right now?
Yeah, I'm having a good time still. It's difficult with quarantine right now to
Yeah,
really, there's not too many things going on, but it's a lot of pre-production stuff, and just kind of setting things up for when hopefully we all get the vaccine, and things are rolling smoothly. Then we can start back up on working again.
go back to normal. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, man, for coming by, man. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, Caleb.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Curious Talk. Yeah, I can't even talk today. To Curious Talk podcast. Like and subscribe so you don't miss another episode. Bye for now.